Hello and happy Thursday. It is Earth Day 2021. Today we are making terrariums. Here is a finished product. And your kits are available in the Yaz. Pick one up. In your kit you have your directions. And on the back side is some basic information about the plant inside, which is called a nerve plant. In the bag you will find a 64-ounce jar. You will find your plant with soil. There are two color options. There's pink and green or white and green. We also have a bag with aquarium rocks and those flat marble pieces. A bag with some charcoal in it. A bag with some sheet moss, and a homemade tamping tool. This is useful for putting in the jar to get things where you want them. Alright, so to begin, you're going to take the lid off your jar. And open your bag with the rocks inside, and you're going to add them all as the first layer. If you want, you can try to keep back a few of the rocks and or the marble pieces for decorative purposes on top. Like I've done here. And you can use this tool to move the pieces around. Obviously the ones that are in the center won't be seen, so if you want to move the glass pieces to the edges, you can. So the rocks are important for water to drain down into, so that your soil and the plant don't get too wet. The charcoal serves a similar purpose. It helps keep the moisture where it belongs, and it also cuts down on odors that might happen. And again, you can use your tool to make sure that layer goes all the way across. Okay, the next step is to add the soil and your plant. So there's a rubber band around the bag. I'm going to go ahead and snip it. It's on there loosely, but I want to take the chance of damaging the plant. So you're going to take that plant out. You can see there's a pretty nice root system. And just set it down. And you're going to use some of the soil. Put a layer down, or all of it. This is just indoor plant potting soil. It's a pretty good all-purpose potting soil. If you find you need more, you know what kind you would need to purchase. Alright. So again, get that kind of level with your tool. And then I'm also going to use the tool to make a hole in the center where I want the plant to go. I have small enough hands that I can actually fit my whole hand in the jar, but if you don't, this tool is pretty handy. Alright, and then you're going to take your plant and put it down into the soil. And cover it up. Now, here you can stop and add some decorative choices if you'd like, but the moss is a nice added layer. Adds more green to your terrarium, and it also helps keep the moisture level pretty high, which is what these plants like. So the bag of moss, here it's dry. I'm going to go ahead and spray it with some water. You can also just pour water in the bag if you don't have a spray bottle. Just to get moist. So it comes in pieces. You can tear the pieces apart if you like. And we're just going to add it all the way around this top layer. It's okay if it overlaps. Looks like we're going to put one more piece in the front there. Alright, so plants in, moss is in. Now I'm going to use those extra pieces of marble and rock that I had left over. Just to add some decoration to the top of the jar. You can add, if you've got any little figurines you want to add in there. It's totally up to you guys what you decide to put in there. Alright. The last step is to thoroughly water. So I'm just going to pour water in. You will see it come to the bottom through the rocks. But this will be a closed terrarium because we're going to put the lid back on. so all the moisture will stay inside. Alright, so I think that's probably enough water. You obviously want to keep an eye on it. If it seems like the plant's drooping, you might need to add more water later, and that's okay. But for the most part, you should be able to put the lid on and let it do its own thing. You want to sit it not in direct sunlight, but in indirect. So if you've got a windowsill, make sure that there's a curtain blocking the sun. It does pretty well under fluorescent light as well. So that indirect light is very important. And then you can also take the lid off maybe once a month to let some fresh air in. But that's up to you guys. Should be good to go. Alright, thanks for watching. Be sure to pick up your kit in the Az and have a great Earth Day.